Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the B Lifestyle Radio Show. I am your host, Letitia Dorsey Magaha. It is Wednesday, March the 26th at 9:03 p.m., and I am so excited for you all to be here tonight. I want to introduce to you my co-host, Antonio Magaha. How you doing?
What's up? What's up? I'm good. A little tired, but I'm here. I'm here. How are you?
You tired? Like spring has sprung.
Yeah.
The sun is out. The gun is out. It's time to it's time to wake up.
Yeah, as soon as we can get the spring break, I'm gonna wake all the way up. Right now, I'm dragging ass. Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. How do you feel about what's happening in the news? Are you have you gotten more excited or more irritated, or is it just another gotten used
talking about with the country?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to do my best to maintain a balance of not really soaking in a lot of that negativity. Trying to stay aware as much as possible, but there's an energy behind all of that stuff. So I as much as I can, staying optimistic. And, at the end of the day, my belief is that all is going to be well and we're going to be all right. So I'm just, trying not to give much of my energy and attention to a lot of that as of recent. Yeah, so every day, I mean, it's something, it seems like every 30 seconds it's something happening. So I think that's just, I don't know how that really works for a person's psyche and their spirit, you know what I mean, to be just inundated with that, like back to back to back. So I'm trying to protect myself as much as possible.
I know that. Yeah. I'm a little excited about, segregation. I'm a little excited. I think that's where we kind of lost the battle last time. So I think we should have learned some lessons.
Well, you said we should have learned lessons?
I mean, we kind of wanted to be integrated. Like, we thought that was going to be the better choice.
Oh, you mean, okay, I got you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's, I don't know. It's all interesting. It's all interesting. Very interesting. Yeah.
It is. It is. But, life is still going on and people are still doing what they do. And I really have the utmost hope and belief that this is our time. This is our time. This is a good time. It could be a good time for us. I really feel like.
Well, in order for anything new to come about, the old has to definitely be destroyed. I think sometimes we don't really, those of us that understand a little bit of history know that and understand that. But at the end of the day, like, maybe we don't anticipate things happening the way that they are happening now. But if this is what it is to get to a new, whatever new it's supposed to be, if it's better, then, hey, we're here. So
we're here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are here. We are here. Well, speaking of doing better, I am so excited about tonight's guest. We have special guests tonight for our listening audiences. The one young lady who is one of our special guests is not a stranger to the show, but Keri Elle, and Collin Gibson, they are joining us tonight, and it's going to be a super exciting show. I've been super excited about it ever since they agreed to do it, and I would like to welcome Keri Elle and Collin Gibson to the show tonight. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good.
We're good. You're a little tired from last night's performance?
You know what? I am tired. I can't even front. I probably am tired. It's been a long couple of weeks. I think we've been going pretty hard.
Oh, y'all been going
hard. All got back from South by Southwest.
Yeah, you've been going hard. Last night we got an opportunity again to see you in a really vibey space, intimate space, and it was really exciting. How did you feel about last night? You were at what? Tell us the venue.
Thank you. It was at I want to say it correctly, the Acai Cafe, and it was for an event called Poetic Jazz, which is hosted and curated by a dope artist, Miss Lola Lede, and she invited us out to come out, and we had a great time. Both myself and Collin came as well.
Yeah, Collin got on the mic doing a song that I have queued up on here for some time later in the show, Blessed.
Yes.
He got on that and, did his thing. You guys really, really looked in sync, really, really looked and felt in sync.
It's funny because it's funny because it doesn't always feel like that when you're on stage, but I'm glad that it looked like that to everybody else.
Wow.
And it's just because the music is new. It's nothing. It ain't nothing more insidious than that. It's the music is newer. It's one of the first times of us performing it, so we trying to feel out how we. Time. Yeah, that's the first time we performed it. So trying to feel out how we play off of each other, what the crowd's going to react to, those types of things. So I'm glad that it to the viewers it looked like it was a little bit more seasoned than it was. But we working on it. Every time we do songs, we get better and better.
Right.
That was dope. The energy, the chemistry, the whole nine was like it's heartfelt. I mean, you could tell by the response from the from the crowd. Yeah, they definitely connected with what you guys are doing. So kudos to y'all for sure.
Kudos. Yeah. So could you tell our listening audiences just a little bit about each other, about yourselves? Whether you can tell about each other, but tell a little bit about yourselves.
Look, I like to rap. I've been doing it for a long time. I think I'm probably about 12 to 15 studio length albums in now.
Where you from? Like, tell us where you from.
Oh, you need the beginning.
Yeah, let's tell my listening audience a little bit about the beginning.
Okay, well, I'm from Milwaukee. Born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I left there when I was about 17. Went to the Army. I was in military intelligence when I was in the Army, and while I was in there, I started like a rap collective called IMA. Fast forward, after I got out of the Army, I moved to Atlanta, met my wife. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that's in between there, but lots of performing, lots of doing music. Met a lot of great people, one of them being her. And, we continued that collective that we started when I was in the Army. It's called IMA, so we just kind of formatted it like a label. But we still do music. I don't get to perform and record as much as I used to. Obviously, we have a family. We got 2 boys, and we got jobs and responsibilities and all that stuff. But I still enjoy making music, and I still feel like I can make it at a high level. So I'm gonna keep doing it until I can.
All right, Keri, the artist formerly known as Coco Jones. For anyone out there who's familiar with Coco Jones, she has rebranded and leveled up to Keri Elle. Give us a little bit background on yourself.
Okay. Well, I am a military brat. I was born in D.C., just outside of D.C., and raised. My family's from a little island called Amelia Island, a city called Fernandina Beach in Florida. And between there and Hawaii and Colorado and Virginia, I moved around a little bit with my mother. Graduated from high school in Virginia and went to college in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And started doing music, really started singing in church. And always really liked just doing like singing in the choir and directing the choir, that kind of thing. And then went to college and started linked up with a group that rapped and did outreach programs and joined that. And my love for writing poetry turned into rhyming. And I put out a song there in Tulsa and then independently that did pretty well and got some attention from some folks here in Atlanta. So I moved here to Atlanta back in 2008 and continued to do music on and off. Like Collin said, met him here through music and a bunch of other very talented people. And yeah, look, just recently rebranded. I've been performing. My family and friends call me Coco. My last name was Jones before getting married. So I was always Coco Jones. And just recently decided it's time to go ahead and rebrand. And so I now go by Keri Elle. And, yeah, that's my government name is Keri. Middle initial is L. But, I flipped it and made it ELLE. And just dropped a new project, so I'm excited about that. But, yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Yes, very exciting project. Both of you all have released 2 projects back-to-back, right?
Same day.
Same day. High quality projects. I will say I fancy myself as a expert musician, and what I hear very, very crispy, as my husband and I like to say, very high quality projects. So congratulations to both of you all.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Can I say this? I was gonna, I don't think I shared this with Collin. I'm not really a big hip hop head. Hip hop I listen to typically, is from the '90s. But I definitely would say, as of late, your project, man, it's for sure. Definitely makes me want to listen to more hip hop, man. So shout out to you on your project, man. It's dope, for real. Yeah.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
My coworker, I turned him on to the project, and he is like a younger guy. He's in his 20s, but he's married with kids.
YN.
Yeah, YN. Right. So he says, he was like, man, that it's a bunch of, I'm gonna have to remember what I'm gonna have to text him and tell me what line. There's like a bunch of things in your music that he has attached himself to, and he is like, it just stands out for him. It's a lot of things that stand out for him, being married with kids, that just really, really speak to him, and he just thought he thinks it's the dopest thing ever. So
that's what's up. You're gonna have to put me in touch with him so I can tell him I appreciate him checking it out and supporting it.
Will do. So let me ask you guys some questions. The name of this, I titled this show, "When Did You Fall in Love with Hip Hop?" And love and hip hop, because you all are a married couple that do music separately, together. You all have been married for how long?
Yeah, it's an 8. It's a 7.
7 years.
7 years.
And being in the music business together and having, being married and everything, it obviously is probably a journey. And so balancing marriage and music can be really tricky. How do you find the right balance between your personal lives and your professional careers?
I'm gonna let him
maybe just through patience and trying to be understanding. Like this, I don't know that there's a one plug and play way for it to work for anybody or for anything to work for anybody. And so, the way that, you know, I may want things to be may not necessarily be the way that she wants things to be, or vice versa. You know, we've had situations. I mean, but I was doing a whole lot of performing when she was taking care of kids, and we got little tiny babies. I'm out, you know, in other cities performing. So by the time I'm ready to chill, she's like, okay, now it's time for me to go get back out and find myself again. So, you know, it's just listening and trying to be understanding, being willing to compromise. That's big. You know, got to have some room to bend and somewhere to meet in the middle. And I think, and it's just a day-to-day thing too. Like, you know, it's not something that you figure out. You got to talk about it, and goals change day by day, and feelings change day by day. And then, you know, there's a whole lot of things that go into it. So it's hard to just say this is how it works, you know.
Okay. All right, fair. In your music, what themes or personal experiences from your relationship did you each explore in your recent albums?
I was talking a lot, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and tell real quick. And then I felt like I was talking a lot.
No, this is
I mean, on some real, like, I mean, for me, I can't speak for Collin, but for myself, like he was saying, you know, when I was taking care of our kids when they were smaller, and which has been quite some time. My oldest is 13, and my youngest is 9. So, you know, that's in the 13 years of not really creating and really releasing the things. And so this was really the project for me where, you know, there are songs where I explore, you know, and talk about feelings that I have not talked about in my music regarding our relationship and our journey. And so, you know, you'll hear those things. Like, I mean, we go through our journey and our ups and downs like any other couple, you know, and we actually were together. How long before we got married?
A long time.
I mean, you know, we were on and off a couple of times before we got married 7 years ago. So a lot of that you'll hear in the music. And, you know, I think it was pretty cool that we're in a place now where, you know, that transparency and you know, that's something that is received, and it's encouraged at this point in the music. I mean, Collin has probably always been a little bit more susceptible to saying the things that he is feeling in his music than I am.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have any chills, so he's gonna say it all, right? But you know, this was my turn to do that.
Look, it's as far as her music goes, I had been telling her that, you know, that's the missing piece, and it may not have been the right time to talk about certain things. It might not have been the right time for me. I might not have been able to receive it the way that I can now. So everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. But you know, when the music came out and I'm listening to it, she's like, because I do our engineering, and she's like, "You're not gonna feel a way mixing this song?" I'm like, "No, the song is jamming." Like, you know what I mean? So I might have my couple little jokes or whatever, but look, overall, you could feel the emotion in the music. And that's what's important.
Yeah.
Like she said, over the years, I've spoken so much about how I feel. I've never been one to really hold my tongue about a lot of things. So I've spoken about the way I've felt about a lot of situations in my music. This one is probably the first time where I'm feeling light, and I'm just like, you know what? I feel like I'm in a good space.
Because you done unloaded it all, huh?
Yeah, I done let all that out over the last however many years. So this album, I just wanted to make the music that I like hearing, which is the same as Tonio said. I grew up on the '90s, so my whole album is based off of my golden era, and the idea that my golden era doesn't necessarily match up to somebody else's. It could be the same time frame, but we could have been listening to two different things. So I got to do that, and then I got to talk about grown things. Like I'm actually enjoying growing older and getting to a place in life where, you know, I can set a tea time with my boys on Sunday, and, you know, we could go play golf, or, you know, just having the ability to come back to my home and relax. Side note, just because it's a little tangent. When I was at work, the ring popped up, and I looked at the ring, and it was you and the boys walking out to the car. And the thought in my head was, man, I love my family. Just real quick. And I was like, yo, you getting old, bro. That's not supposed to be a sentimental moment. But that's how I feel in my music. So I got that. But then there's two sides to that coin. The other side is I'm a hip hop fan and I love to rap. So I always got to show people that I can rap. So it's a combination of like rapping.
You show them.
I appreciate that.
But you're gonna flex on some ignorance.
I like to rap my ignorant songs. You know.
Like, what did you say?
I mean,
what?
The thing it's a game of saying the cleverest thing or saying the funniest thing or the wittiest thing, something memorable without sounding like you trying too hard.
Right.
You know, I enjoy that too, but I got to explore some more just that grown music, jazzy vibes. You know, talking, you know, just straight up about being taking care of my family, building a legacy. What's next? I always tell my sons that if you say that it's yours, then it's going to be yours. So, you know, in my music, and Coco will tell you this, is sometimes it's weird. Like I'll say things and be like, yo, you really spoke that into existence. Because I'll say it with such conviction that it becomes a part of my goals. You know, just trying to set goals for the next chapter in life and continue to build on what we already been building. That's what the music is about.
Our kids definitely. Yeah, our kids definitely, you know, we know that our kids are watching us. But unfortunately or fortunately, they've been watching us before we knew they was watching us, and before we became cognizant of us watching ourselves. And but it's great, you know, you all have small children to be able to set a different neural pathway and set great neural pathways for them. So they're getting to watch their parents like do the damn thing, like live life, because this is real life. Real life is ups and it's downs and it's damn twists and turns. But you know, y'all are still in the, you know, if it's a roller coaster, y'all still sitting in them seats together. So, you know, kudos for that. So I'll go light. What's Coco or Keri Elle, what is your favorite song on Collin's album? And Collin, what is your favorite song on Keri's album?
So for me, it switches. So I really like, there's a song called Supernova on the album. I think Supernova is really fire. And so, I mean, I have like so many favorite moments. What did you say?
I said Antonio. I asked him what was his favorite, and he said Supernova.
Supernova. Okay. Supernova is fire. Yeah. And in the beginning, I thought it was okay. I love the words, but he had it on a different beat, and then he switched the beat. And I was like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I really like that song, but I also like I like the. I mean, I guess it speaks to me because I like 90s hip-hop and R&B, but like Crash Out and the one Tonio is on Looking For You, like I was jamming them joints. That Crash Out with Allende on there, like
yeah, fire. Yeah.
I'm always like doing all the ad-libs, all the nays, and you know, I always mess with him because I'm like, I'm doing all your ad-libs, boy. But I have like a few favorites on Collins. Those are the ones that pop up. Like, oh, Full Grain, that's my jam too. Full Grain is my joint. I turn that up in my Jeep really loud so it can bang out. What's yours?
What's yours?
So I think my favorite one is Buried, which I know you probably wasn't gonna think I was gonna say.
Buried?
Buried is a jam. Buried is a jam. Blessed is also Blessed is my second favorite, or tied for first. That's the one that I'm on. So that's why she said she thought I was gonna say that first. But it's just the vibe of it. I told her if she wouldn't have recorded some of it, I swear I would have stole that beat and used it for myself because that drum is jamming. But Buried is the jam. And then as far as just sheer like this is a banger, this is a hit, it's Community. Community is a hit.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's a goal. They going once the right DJ get that or that plays at the right brunch day party, it's gonna be a wrap.
Yeah. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna take a little short station identification break. We're gonna play Supernova, and we will be right back.
Yeah, it's about legacy, generation, wealth from family. Standing me, if you be better, let me be. You're not equal, so how can we ever be enemies? They gon' go energy, they gon' go energy. Keep proposing on that. Got your bitch on solidity, wrapped up the identity. Chain on my neck on infinity pool. How she don't listen my way. I want they listen my way. Listen my way. I want they listen my way. Vision like this, and I feel it, teaching you going up. Only wish I was pushing the nigga. I wanted if I wanted to get it, I'm feeling too. Jimmy one, figure you say, how much it must have played. It's like one of these niggas sometimes. There's some of them to the slaughter, I'm trying to get nothing, I'm making my water, keeping my bitch, I'm cleaning my water, I'm getting the city, I'm what they want to be, my trust, I'm killing the beat, I'm in the street, I'm in the streets, I'm
All right, welcome back to the B Lifestyle Radio Show. I am your host, Letitia Dorsey Magaha, with my co-host, Antonio Magaha, and that was Supernova by Collin Gibson. Man, I tell you, that's a whole vibe. It's a whole, that right there is a whole mantra. It's a whole mantra.
I appreciate that. I'm glad you messed with it. Like she said, the funny thing was that song almost didn't make the album because I had recorded it to a different beat, and the beat just wasn't doing it justice. But I started looking for beats to replace it with, and then it turned out to have a whole different feel. I think the beat that I recorded over had like a 808, like it was like way more southern bassy. It just wasn't adding anything to the album, so I'm glad it turned out to be something that people mess with.
Yeah, it's a vibe. I want to introduce another one, our co-host, DJ Sean. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. What's going on? I know I've been Night of the Living Dead, but I'm here.
MIA.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's all right.
Did I hear fast backwards a little bit? Someone formerly known as Coco Jones. Did I hear that correctly?
You did. You heard
oh
that.
Man, I'm getting ready to get my soldiers together. We get ready to fix that shit.
I knew you was gonna be talking some stuff when you heard that.
Man, come on, man. Nah, I understand this business and everything, but
right.
But it's all good. Just like I said, she can't sing anyway. But how everybody doing?
We're great. Good to have your presence in the place. And listen, we was all on the real Coco Jones, but the Keri Elle is, man, it's like chef's kiss. It's perfection. So you got to get into it. Like, you got to get into the Keri Elle.
Yeah, it's like, KFC, but it's Kentucky Fried Chicken to me. You know what I'm saying? I just had to use that as a scenario real quick. You know what I'm saying? There's no more Kentucky, but it's Kentucky Fried Chicken to me. I understand Keri Elle, industry, legal stuff, but she's still the real Coco Jones to me.
She's still the real Coco Jones, but
D with the 2 E's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you gotten opportunity? And for all our listeners, if you haven't had an opportunity, or if you don't know, we're telling you right now, like, Keri Elle, Keri, new word, ELLE, Keri Elle, and Collin Gibson, their albums are superb. So if you like hip hop, and if you like R&B, and Keri, what do you consider your music? Like, what's your genre?
I'd say it's R&B and soul.
R&B soul, yeah. Yeah, go out and get that. Go out and get that. Cop that, as they say. That's old. That's old.
Yeah, I was going to say, they used to say that.
We used to say cop that.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, she's telling her age.
Yeah. Flip up and...
Well, Coco, tomorrow, make sure I get your record and your husband's record and everything. Let me listen to it. Just let everybody know I'm part of the biggest DJ coalition. I'm part of Fleet DJs now, so I have the access to get you guys the music everywhere it needs to go at. Yours too, Mr. Antonio Magaha. I seen you down there in South by Southwest showing off and everything. Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Sure.
They all been showing out. All of them have been showing.
Oh, somebody else was showing out too with the cowboy hat on and chilling down here in Texas, and like, man, they took the D to the D.
When in Texas, I had my little cowboy boots on, and
yeah, that's what I said.
Had to get into it.
Look at Letitia to change her they got out of the city and got in the country, boy.
And it was hot hell. It was hot. It was cold here when we left here, and it was hot. It was 90 degrees.
For sure. For sure.
I have a question, if you don't mind me asking a question.
Go ahead, Sean.
And I know, I think one of you guys, so Coco, you supported your husband with his journey first, or you guys, or your husband supported you first with your, your musical journey? Who started first? And
you tardy to the party, Sean.
Oh, all right. Okay. That was already answered. Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. We actually started music. We met doing music together.
Okay.
You talking about when we had our kids. I stayed at home with the kids for the first part of that journey, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, I apologize. I must have missed it. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Yeah.
I was just joking.
I don't know. I take Letitia sometimes, so I just, I just apologize.
Just joking.
Okay, that's all I want. I mean, because Coco, I know your music. I was, was brought to your music and your husband's song a while ago. It's pretty. I like that. Supernova is pretty marketable. Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you already.
They need to be playing. They need to be playing them joints all over the world. All over the world, worldwide.
Yeah. The radio now is getting ready to change a lot. Now they're getting tired of the top 40 all the time. Now they're starting to open up the airways to good mainstream music.
Really?
Yeah, because y'all heard that Apple Music just DJ Pro bought Apple Music. Y'all hear about that? Yeah, they bought them today. Yeah.
Wow, get out of here.
Yeah. See, and all these streaming stations are starting to sell to other people and stuff. So your stream is going crazy. You know what I mean? Your credit and stuff like that. It's times is getting ready to change again. Yeah.
Wow. That's what's up.
Everything full circle at some point, right?
Yep.
Right.
And a lot of your major labels are now putting artists' music on vinyl and sending it out as well too. People are going back to the record players.
Speaking of vinyl,
yeah.
Keri Elle, don't you have your music on vinyl?
I do.
Oh,
listen, if you go to my link tree, there's definitely a link to my vinyl. It's Linktree/Keri Elle Music. But you'll see or you can go to my website at KeriElleMusic.com. But there's definitely a vinyl. I'm waiting on my copies right now, but yes, I'm excited about that.
DJ Sean, yeah. That's good that that you guys are using vinyl, and Tony, you might think about that as well too, because a lot of your radio stations in China, Japan, let me get it right, China, Japan, Korea, Australia, the UK, I'm missing some more, are going back to vinyl, playing vinyl on the radio and stuff like that as well, in the club, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
for sure.
Yeah, I got a guy coming over this weekend and is going to be hooking up one of my turntables to my whole operation. Yeah.
Nice.
We have 3 record players over here, so we definitely will listen to music on vinyl.
Yeah, it's easy now. You can even hook your record player up to your surround sound, to your computer, and everything. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, Keri Elle or Collin, let me ask you, what's one thing about being in the music industry together that you did not expect when you first started out?
Being in it together? Mm, mm. I don't know if there's anything that I didn't expect. I think that we both pretty grounded people, and we in our younger music careers seen some things that kind of guided our path as far as how we wanted to move, things that we will and will not accept, things that we would or would not do. So I think, we kind of we didn't have a rosy-eyed look at the music industry and how to move through it anyway.
Right.
As far as working together, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything surprising. Maybe that we'll tell you one thing. I think it's surprising that we haven't done our duet project yet. That's probably the most surprising thing. Just as much music as we make, and we always featuring on each other's stuff, but we haven't sat and done that one. That's like the Voltron. So it's probably about time for that to happen.
So you guys, when you started in the music business, you all started as a couple?
No. We were. I built my first studio with a couple of friends when we were 15 in high school. And we recorded an album and released it around the school. We thought we was the man back then. And then she had way more success than I ever did in music, as far as with anticipating and being all over the radio and all that in Tulsa. It's a big time star I'm sitting next to right now.
Oh my God!
So I just trying to keep up, really.
Keep up.
We both were doing music when we met. We were already, both of us were already kind of full into pursuing music. Collin had deal opportunities with some pretty notable people. So had I. We met along the path. So I would say the most surprising thing for me, I think I was surprised that just the effect that just life has on creativity. Like, so, you kind of think that it's gonna, you're gonna keep creating nonstop at a certain level, and man, it just happens in seasons, especially with growing up and, starting to adult and having different responsibilities with kids. And I think that's probably been the most surprising. So, like, Collin is a person that can sit down and write, produce, record, mix, and master a whole project. Like, if he really is locked in, maybe in a week or so. Like, and one of the fastest writers and fastest, producers I've ever seen. And he had, like with life, you just end up taking breaks, and there'll be seasons where you don't do it. And so I think that probably was the most surprising part for me.
That's what's up. It's something about being aligned, right? When I tell people that, a lot of times people think, I was talking to Antonio the other day, like, I feel like sometimes because I haven't done, as a musician, I haven't come out with a project or anything, but music didn't start, like, my musical love and things didn't start with meeting him. I was in musicals, contests, all kind of things in music, like, as a kid. And I remember I would write music as a kid and try to put together groups. I had a rap group, and I had a singing group, and I was managing what you could call managing as a teenager. But it's been my life. And so to meet someone who really, aligns with that is a beautiful thing, and you find your niche and you find your ways, separately and together. And you guys seem to have found you strike a nice balance in your personal relationship with music and then your together relationship with music.
Well, I appreciate that. I think that comes. I think that has come over time and with the journey. Um, I would say as far as a balance. Um, but I mean, we connected on music first, so that's always going to be at the core of where it all started for us.
We're gonna take another music break, and so quite a few people. I know this is my favorite. Well, one of my favorite songs off the Keri Elle album. Last night, I'm gonna play tonight. I'm gonna play the radio edit version just in case we have some people on listening tonight who can't handle. But when you go get the album, you can listen to the unedited version. But we're gonna listen to Community.
You got me stuck. That's what you got.
L is for losers, liars, and low-down pacifiers.
Lord knows I tried to give you a chance to get right, but you fumbled the bag, now you're tired, and I don't give a. You should have thought about that when you was out last night. Oh boy, you seem confused, so let's get this one thing clear. Ain't nobody got no time to be wasting.
Man, that was Community by Keri Elle. Boy, that's the Mary J joint right there. That's the new Mary J joint right there. That's the put them boots on and be set.
Look.
Not the boots.
All you need, all I said to myself, Letitia and you guys, all she needed to do now, it sounded like that. I was like, yeah, you need to go cover Jennifer Hudson's Spotlight. Yeah.
Oh, and that was the PC version. That was the PG version. The other version is really the jam. It's the all the way jam. It's the whole.
You should have played it with the yeah.
Sean don't like the other version. DJ Sean don't like the other version.
Oh, we got a whole another hour. We load
Run back.
Another hour. Hey,
and her voice, man. Let me tell you,
yeah.
Her voice was right on beat with the beat. The beat was right on point where her voice wasn't all over the place. The mix and master, the engineering was perfect. I felt everything that she said and what she gave. Yeah. Everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I got a little fun fact for y'all about Community. So everything except for the You Got Me is Collin actually wrote this song for me.
Oh, wow.
I was riding home.
Yeah,
I was riding home and I heard the beat. I was like, all right. I called her. I was like, all right, I got this chorus. And it go like this. She was like, okay. Like, she was like, okay. Like, she wasn't excited enough. I'm like, you don't hear this? You tripping right now.
Man, it was like one morning doing that damn song the first time. I was like, yo, are we kidding right now?
Right. I was on my was I on my way back in town?
Yeah, I love the song. I couldn't believe I was like, I can't believe he wrote this. Like, and he was like, what'd you say? You was thinking about, like, you got to think about everybody?
Well, no, I was telling her that, like, I wrote the song and I had to put myself in the shoes of somebody dating me when I was, effing off. Like, what would they say to me? You know what I mean? So it just looking at. I mean, but that's one of the beauties of writing, though.
Thank you.
That's that's perfection.
It's perfection.
That's exactly.
It's right on point. It's exactly what I was thinking.
Hey, that's exactly what you were thinking.
How did you know?
That's some good alchemy right there. That's some good alchemy to be able to take negative, not so good feeling and turn it into where y'all winning. That right there is alchemy right there.
But the bar on there is what it feels like losing me. That's crazy. Somebody out. That might be the most hurtful thing that you. How that feel losing me? It felt bad. Wow. Look at you.
Wow. Look at you.
Look at your face.
Oh.
They getting off the phone early tonight.
That's funny.
So in the hilltop spirit of running stuff back, we're gonna run it back. Sean, do you see the non-radio edit?
Let me see here.
Look at your face.
Yeah, right here. Okay.
All right, run it back.
You got me fucked up.
L is for losers, liars, and low-down pacifiers.
Lord knows I tried to give you a chance to get right, but you fumbled the bag, now you're tied, and I don't give a damn. You should have thought about that when you was out last night. Oh boy, you seem confused, so let's get this one thing clear. Ain't nobody got no time to be wasting. right now. Yeah, that shit we could do. Got me fucked up, fucked up. You got me fucked up. What it feel like losing me? Boy, you lose
Yeah, I like that version better.
I know you would. Yeah.
Some things you can't say without a good cuss word.
Yeah. Now that right there, yeah, you got to cuss him on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, so Collin, do we hear you singing background in that? Because I know I have listened and heard you, and I can't think of some other song on here, but are you singing some undercurrent background on this?
No, that's actually all. That's all her. I helped with the vocal arrangement, so there's probably some notes that you would have expected me to sing in there.
Okay.
But no, that's all her. If you listen to the album, there's a couple songs that sound like she has a bunch of background singers, and that's her stretching her voice, giving it that thickness and making it sound like there's other people in the room, and it's just her going in. Like, okay, that's
talent. That's talent.
That is. Antonio is good at that. He makes and builds on top of himself, and you think it's like 50 people singing on the song, and it's just him.
Look, you ain't got to tell me I had to mix that. I had to mix that file when he sent it over. So, Antonio put layers on layers on layers. Okay.
Layers on layers on layers. Listen, he's the layer king. So what is it like releasing music at the same time? I mean, do you guys, well, we know you celebrate each other's success, but do you feel a little competition, a little competitiveness amongst you?
Nope, not at all, because the things that, like, we both are good at making music, but the things that make your music take off or get it in front of people isn't just being able to make good music. So the things that I do well are not the things that she does well. She's really good at getting the music in front of people, marketing, just like making promotional materials and things like that. I'm going to get the best out of your mix. I'm going to get the best out of you that I possibly can before we put it out. So if we do our parts, then whatever we put out, if she wins, I win because, hey, look, I helped with that. I did a lot on that. If I win, then she wins because, look, I'm the one that promoted this. I got them here, here, and here. So it's just, we when you switch to your business mind, it turns into, okay, what's my strengths, what's my weaknesses? Let's focus on those. You do what you do best. I do what I do best. We figure out how to fill in the middle and then hope for the best.
Yeah, we in two different spaces, too. You know, like, I mean, Collin is more on the hip-hop side.
But I'll be singing, too.
No, you will slide over.
And I'm about
but I'll slide over on you.
I'm about to drop my R&B album, so watch out.
Oh, yeah, he said, look, he said he about to do an R&B album.
Me and Antonio need to get the 90s hip-hop group back together.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Listen,
I'm going to be like,
that
I'm
you had
like old boy and boys to men. Like, hey, baby, I'm sorry. That's going to be my job.
Somebody hit that nail. That's all I got to say. The nail. Just hit the nail. It'll be good.
Antonio has a song that he wrote. He never released it, but it is so new edition. It's so, oh, my gosh. You don't even know where that song is?
I do. I know exactly where it is.
Yeah, you're gonna have to drop that as a special edition. Look, Tonio, did you saw what DJ Jazzy Jeff said? He said die empty.
Die empty. You're right. He said
die empty. And the funny thing is, before he said that, I had started pulling together everything I could find that I ever did and didn't release. I got a folder on my desktop that I'm just about to start putting it out. Bad, good, mixed, unmixed.
That's dope.
Wow.
That's dope. No, you're right. That's the move. That's the move. I plan to, for sure. Yeah, that's for sure the move. Most certainly.
Yep.
Yeah, because old music is good is new music to someone that hasn't heard it before.
Absolutely.
That's
yeah,
right.
I got on an artist the other week talking about all that song. I said, whoa. I said, man, don't tell I said, never tell nobody how old a song is. They don't need to know that. All they need to know is that you sang it or rapped it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
They don't need to know all that extra stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
I agree. Tony has a song that I think was done in 2005, and that'd be people's favorite song, and it doesn't matter because good music.
That's the fear of putting out that old stuff, though, is that if you put out that old stuff and they gravitate to that, now you gotta that's what they're gonna be asking for is old you the whole time.
Right.
Because you might have something you wrote back in 2020. 2020 or 2010. That's your hit. That sets you over the bar.
Right.
That's crazy. I think I was watching something the other day where Babyface was talking about how, or somebody was talking about Babyface writing the songs he did for Bobby Brown's album that went crazy. He wrote that stuff like 10 years before, and then just pulled his notebook out. Like, I got Rock With You, I got Roni. Like, he wrote that 10 years before he ever gave it to Bobby Brown. And I was like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's a catalog. When you got a thick catalog, just pull stuff out.
He just
got songs on songs on songs, just notebooks, just.
That's crazy.
Still spending big face hundreds.
Right. So, as a couple, like, let me ask you a question. As a couple, what's one piece of advice that you would give to couples looking to pursue their passions together, like you guys are doing, while maintaining a healthy relationship?
What's yours?
Listen to each other. Listen, because it's like I said, you might have two different ideas of the way it's supposed to go, and I'm gonna believe that my way is the right way. She's gonna believe her way is the right way, but somewhere in the middle is the way that we can move together. So we just gotta just listening and trying to figure it out, not giving up.
Yeah, I think mine is. I think before you can pursue something with somebody, you have to know what it is that you want. Like, and be able to communicate that. Like, you can't find common ground between two visions, like, if you don't know what your vision is. You know what I'm saying? Or I think that's important.
That's real.
That's good. That's real good. That's good. And sometimes we discover things in our relationships. We discover somehow really, effective relationships kind of carve out some of the facts and some of the unnecessary and some of the extra stuff, and really drills down to the real deal things sometimes. So you could. So when can we look forward to a duet album project? I know we talked about it a little bit earlier. Is this something that you all have started working on?
I just started pulling together beats. The other day I was riding and started looking up beats and stuff like that. So it doesn't have to rush. We can, like, we got these new projects that we just released, so we're gonna take time and see, try to get the most out of those that we can. But in the meantime, we'll probably be working on some new stuff together. And then, our boys are musically inclined too, so we got to work with them on some things and get some. Our oldest son has a song that is so good.
Yes, man.
So good. We just gotta get it tightened up and mixed and mastered correctly. But
that's dope.
That's dope.
As a family, we're gonna be working on some stuff soon.
So
what would you guys say in your creative process when you're creating together? Like, if you've ever come like to an impasse with each other, and it's kind of like, okay, I ain't really feeling your idea, you're not feeling my idea. It's kind of tense up in here, or if that's ever happened, because it's possible, might maybe never happen. But if it has, how did you guys work through that, like, and keep the creative juices flowing and not let that be the thing that kind of stop the moment or where you were creatively in that space?
That's a very good question, sir. So there's a couple. It's like two different ways. The first thing, at least for me, from my point of view, The first way is that one of us is going to stand our ground and one of us isn't. And you can decide which one you're going to be. Like, especially after once you've been dealing with somebody for long enough, you start to figure out, okay, this is a battle I want to fight. This one is one I'm not going to fight. And what ends up happening is a lot of times where, like, if I'm thinking that, hey, this shouldn't be this way, or I don't want to do the song this way, and she's like, no, let's do it. It'll come out better the way that she said. In which case, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'll give an example from my album. The song Diamond Dust had a beat on there that I loved. I thought the beat was fire. And Coco did not like this song at all. She did not like the song at all. She was like, it needs a new beat. It just needs a new beat. So I finally switched the beat out and switched it to an Afrobeats beat, and it changed the whole feel of the song. I was like, all right, I'm going to give you that.
I'm going to talk about having the bodies rocking to the beat, and the beat is not a beat that nobody want to shake their ass to. Like, you need something. So she is absolutely right. I'm going to take that. But in that same situation, and this also goes to her understanding me. She know I'm petty. So in that same situation, oh my God,
Petty. That same situation, if it would have been trash, I'd have been making her listen to that shit every day. Like, no, we're gonna listen to this. Like, no, this is what you want. It's your jam, right?
Scorpio for you, man.
So look, you take your wins or your losses, but ultimately, like, if it's time to move on, once it's done, if we don't like the result of it, whether it be my idea or your idea, then we just toss it and then we go on to the next one.
Let's go.
But the good thing is we don't really run into that often. Like,
that's good.
Typically, when we start writing, especially when we're in a good space together, like if we're not in a good space in our relationship, that's when it's hard. We can't. There's really no work being done there.
Nope.
But once we get to a good space in a relationship, she'll kind of know when to tag me in. Like, hey, look, I need you to write this hook, or hey, I need you to come mix this, or whatever. And I'll tag in, or then vice versa. I know when I need to tag her in. Like, I cannot arrange these vocals at all. Come sit with me, tell me what to sing, because I cannot hear the notes. We just work it out like that.
That's what's up.
That's real good.
That's dope.
Yeah, he answered it. That was it. I don't have anything else for that.
So what about your kids? Who do they favor to? Whose music do they favor to? Mom or dad's?
See, it's funny because if y'all can see us, we is literally both about to point to each other because I feel like they be jamming to her music. But my music sound like old rappers. Like, they like the new young rappers. So I sound like my music sound like hip hop and hippie dippy hippie to them.
No, it does not.
That's
wrong. So the boys, I'll say it probably split. Our youngest, like, so he's a boy. He's gonna sing along with songs more than rap. So he probably would sing along to the melodies. But they both are like Kendrick fans. They like Kendrick, so they like Collin stuff. Like. We just have to find, like, he did a radio edit of his album this time, so they can actually listen. They can listen through that joint.
Yeah, that's nice.
They can listen to it, so they like it. Yeah, we ride to it.
Oh wow,
that's dope. We're gonna take another musical break. We're gonna listen to, of course, my husband. Collin has invited my husband to sing on the song Looking for You, featuring Antonio, and so we're going to listen to that off of Collin's just fresh, hot drop album, Looking for You.
In love and warn them. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Watch your back. Watch your back.
Yeah. I've been looking for love in the wrong places, sifting through the rubbish and hoping to find greatness. Dive bar hopping and now I'm becoming jaded. Got a whole lot of options, but not a love I can stay with. I need a woman that I don't gotta be fake with. See through all my flaws and help me live in my greatness. And that's two ways. I need someone to be great with, that got our own goals and know together we can't miss. Somebody I could laugh with and cry with. A woman I could live with and die with. A feeling that is hard to describe when you know you got a woman that'll never leave you.
About you. can't wait to find you, find you, find you. I've been looking for you, looking for you, looking for you.
Yeah. They want us to think it ain't no good women left. And if you look for love on the internet, then you feeling that. But I ain't buying that. I know in a matter of time, I'ma find a woman that got more going for her to find. More than a pretty picture, she more than what meets the eye. You can get a buzz from lust, but the soul that'll keep you high. A partner and sowing the seeds of life. To grow these feathers together, we'll learn what it means to fly. When the times get dark, she get the shine and the light and help a nigga find his way in the blinds of the night. So baby, if you listening, I'm standing by waiting with a heart full of love.
I've been dreaming about you, about you, about you. I've been waiting for you, for you. I can't wait to find you, find you, find you. I've been looking for you, looking for you, looking for you, yeah. Yeah. I know that she's out there somewhere, just looking for me. She ain't gotta be perfect, long as she's perfect for me. So don't give up searching, until you find. I'll be right here waiting, girl, to make you mine. I've been waiting about you. I've been waiting for you, for you. I can't wait to find you, find you, find you. I've been looking for you, yeah.
That was Looking For You, Collin Gibson featuring.
And can I say something?
What's it?
Let me. You took that back to the late 80s, 90s, when hip hop allowed R&B to do their thing. Not at the end of the, not at the end of it. You allow him to come in the beginning and show us what Antonio has. That's what the industry is missing right there. When you doing R&B and hip hop, that's what it's supposed to sound, and the beat is supposed to sound the way you have. Man, that's a film. That's a film. That's a soundtrack.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh well,
I don't know if he was on at the beginning. That's what the whole album is about.
No, I mean not at the beginning, but you allow him to come on.
What
I was saying, what I was saying is that, early on in the interview, I was saying that this is the golden era.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well. So that's what it is. When I hear a good, like you said, that's what hip hop and R&B mixed. That's when it was at its best. Now all the R&B sounds more like rapping, so it's hard to tell the difference. But when you get Tonio on a song, you don't stifle Tonio. You let Tonio do Tonio. You gotta let that bird fly.
Yeah, man. I say this all the time, and he keeping light skin alive too. He brought us back. He bringing us back, and we're there.
That's it.
Yeah.
No.
Wait till they send you the project. It's
man. But I went on ahead and downloaded it while it was playing. Oh yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like that.
In your vision for your albums, there's a lot of inclusivity with people that you know. What's your philosophies? What is you guys' philosophies on group projects, on the people that you know and including them? How do you
We've been so fortunate and blessed to meet so many talented people that it would be doing ourselves a disservice, honestly, to not at least call some of these people and say, hey, are you interested in, are you down for? I've always understood the power in numbers. I think as I've gotten older, I've also learned to understand that, hey, you can't do something with everybody. People are busy, people have lives, and you can't expect everybody to be available like that.
Right.
But I'm glad that the people that I did call, for the most part, all came through. I have a couple of songs with people that didn't make the album that it just kind of happens like that. But I appreciate them helping me out anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's all a group effort at the end of the day. If we out there with y'all and we end up at South by Southwest together, these ain't coincidences. It's because we all moving, we all doing something. So if we work together, we have that much more chance of reaching each other's audiences and making something happen faster.
And I just want to piggyback off what he said. Everybody isn't for everybody's music. How I can tell is when you collab with someone, is that artist on the same page as you? Is that artist carrying that beat like you carrying it? Mm-hmm. Is the artist all over the place and things like that? That's what makes a good collab hit these days. Mm-hmm. And it's not, and trust me, there's not many out there. A lot of them think they doing something and they ain't doing nothing but wasting radio time.
Wow. Well, I mean, even when I started writing that song, like as I was going through it, I was like, I know exactly who I need to call for this. I had you in mind. I know what you like to talk about. I know, kind of how your voice works. I wish I could replicate it, but it is what it is. But so I was like, yeah, no, there's only one person that definitely needs to be on this.
That's dope. I appreciate the opportunity too, man. Always, yeah.
I appreciate you, man.
That's a hit.
Yeah, I like that too, man. You said a mouthful. I've been on this for Tish can tell you, man, for last I don't know, 10 years or more, maybe less. Like it kind of pains me to a degree because and I know you can't work with everybody because everybody definitely attitudes and energies have to mix. But we could do so much more when we can work together and collaborate. Like it's just so much more that can get done. But people have to be able to, even outside of the time factor, sometimes those egos and shit like that, if people not really feeling like it ain't enough room for me or I don't want this place, it's like, man, it's enough room and space for everybody. But we can just do so much more together. So I do appreciate that mindset, man, because it's I think that's where it's at. That's where it's at. Yeah.
That's right.
It's a good record. It's a good track. Amazing how two people can combine and make a good hit together and not overkill it. The R&B wasn't overkill and the rap part wasn't overkill. It came together and collab like it's supposed to collab, like R&B and rap is supposed to collab.
I'm about to flood your inbox there, and I got some more for you, man. Look, me and Tonio got a couple other songs together too. We're gonna finish this stuff.
For sure.
No, but if you do, I've been doing radio for a long time, and I hear so much music, man, and I just if I'm not rocking my head when it comes on and feeling it, man, I just delete it and don't even put it on the radio because people are when you turn to the radio. When you turn to that radio station, you want to hear the music that that's going to keep you on that dial. As soon as they play something dumb, what you're going to do? You're going to change that channel and go somewhere else and go somewhere else. I want the music on my radio station where people ain't going to go nowhere else because they know, DJ Sean is going to give us the music that we want, and that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. Collab gives everybody an opportunity to give people something that they can connect with.
There you go.
Right. I think I like what you said. It gives a variety too. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got a lot to say on your project or whatever, but when you add somebody else on a song, like for instance on mine, there's a song called "Don't Let It Break You," and I invited my good friend from college. Her name is Portia Smith Angel. She's a dope artist, musician, but I had been looking for a producer for that project, for that song. I wrote it a cappella, and I needed music to it. She actually plays acoustic, and after 3 producers, it just didn't work. I thought about her, but she also is a dope singer and writer, right? And I had written the song, And then I was like, you know, you want to jump on a verse? And she was like, okay, let me see what I got for it. And what she said was the perfect answer to what I wrote. And she had no idea, but it fell right in line with what was said on the song that was coming before it. But
wow.
perfect example of just like a collaboration and like somebody bringing a perspective to the table that you would not have thought of. I would say the same. I had a song on my last album that I actually did with Tonio. It was called, what's the name of the song, Tonio? The one that Khalid produced. We were talking about the breakup.
Damn. Not. Oh, God,
that sucks. I just had a brain fart. But that song is the same. Like the perspective that he brought to that song, I would not have brought that to that song. So I like what you said, Tish, with the variety. Like, I like that the collaboration definitely brings that.
Yeah, and you know, there's a African proverb says that we can go fast alone, but farther with others, and it's one of my favorite. Being an only child, you know, I can do it by myself. I really can do it by myself. But you can do things by yourself. But when you have a collective, it just makes it better. It just makes it better. It's a great variety, and that song that you have on your album, Keri, that's my next most played song. It's so inspirational, and it is definitely, people need to hear that song because, you know, we all feel down and just at times, and that is definitely a super inspirational song. I love that song, and you guys did a great job together on that. It is so, I want to say Disney keeps coming to mind because it's like one of those songs that when you're you're down, but you can rise up again song. I can definitely listen to that song every day.
Thank you. I'm glad that it's encouraging you.
I think the best thing about that song too is that it's inspirational without feeling like you trying to be inspirational.
Right.
Right. You know, like I call them made for TV songs where like you could tell that they made them just for a daytime TV show or a Lifetime movie or something like that. But that song particularly resonates just because it's regular. That's a real feeling that everybody goes through, and she said it, and the way she wrote it was in a way that wasn't like preachy. You got to pick yourself up. It's just, look, I'm in a way you talking to yourself, trying to keep yourself from breaking.
Definitely was.
That's my favorite part about that song is that it doesn't sound like you trying.
Right.
To be.
I agree.
It's just you sharing your story and letting people come to that conclusion.
Definitely listen worthy. What kind of advice would you give to our listening audiences about like your professional life and your personal life? Like how do you navigate that with other people, with the public? Like you said something earlier, Collin, about when you guys are on a good page, you know, you can work, you know, really well. Because you're public figures, how do you navigate that space?
Oh, I'm not a public figure, and even if I was a public figure, I wouldn't be a public figure. The only things that I share, as far like if you want to know about me, listen to my music. But as far as like, you know, dealing with stuff that we got going on in our house in public, that's never been my thing. That's always, hey, look, we'll take care of this. We'll talk about it at home. We'll work it out together. But we're not gonna be out here doing this, you know, in front of the world, because that's number one. That's none of their business.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So,
exactly.
Yeah, I think that no matter what level of success we had or have in the future, I don't think that's something that either of us would ever be keen to do. That's just not how we move.
No, I would agree with that. Even at our lowest, like we never, like the social media battles and the things I see, I'm like, man, not doing that. Like, you're not gonna see a subtweet or text. I'm not doing that because, I mean, like it's an outlet, and I get it, but at the same time, like I think a lot about our children. I think about it's not so much even about the public. To me, it's just like it's some things that are private, and it's not for everybody.
That's right.
Yeah.
And when you get used to litigating that type of, you get used to litigating your business in the public, and you start inviting in different
that's right.
different opinions about it. Like it's just healthy to deal with your things on your own.
That's real.
How you gonna keep TMZ away? You got You got a TMZ plan?
A TMZ plan?
Oh, y'all get
TMZ try to pull up?
Super famous.
TMZ try to pull up. Look, it depends how much they talking about. We might have to look. They depend how much they talk about. We could pretend to be mad in public and be counting these checks in private. So,
I'm not doing that.
So you're not down for that, huh?
No.
Okay, everybody got a number. They be like, hold on now, wait a second. I don't pull off just yet.
You're gonna be like, look at your face.
Right. Look at your face. Look at your face.
But you know, every talented couple, you know, people want negativity. They want that negativity. So they go say, well, we knew those two wasn't going to last together anyway with this music business. You know, they just sit back and wait for stuff like that. You know, that's the petty people. You know what I mean? And when you don't fulfill their dream, they're still going to talk about you. Yeah, real talk. Real talk.
Yeah. I mean, you got some of these celebrity couples that, you know, you'll hear things and they'll be, you know, report or whatever, but you don't see them talking about it in public at all. And then when they show up, they be just as fine as they ever were, because while we've been out here arguing about who was right and who was wrong, they solved that weeks ago. They've been chilling.
That's right.
So, you know, even if you know some stuff happen, it's like, okay, we'll deal with it on our own, but we're not going to include y'all in it just because you inserted yourself in it.
Or if you go up and speak to somebody, speak to a female, oh girl, you see what's the name something go up there and speaking to that girl, I wonder if what they got going on.
Right.
Yeah, you know, that's how shit gets started. You know, you got fire starters. Yeah.
Well, you got people who make judgments on sound bites and like 2-second clips, and that is the stupidest thing that you could ever do. But people do it. They do it, and they don't have their own business, so they stay in other people's business 24/7. So
sometimes other people's business is their business, which is crazy.
Ooh, that is. It's crazy. It's crazy. So let me ask you both a question. So who would you give out shout-outs to in this moment? Like, who are the most influential people in your life?
I mean, it's my family and my kids that are, you know, that's what I'll be looking at now. And I got, you know, my mom was musical, and she, you know, we'll watch like some videos of her singing, and it's like, you know, wow, that's inspiring. I aspire to want to be like that.
I ain't never heard her sing as many times as I've been in her presence.
She's on Black Eyes.
Yeah, that's her singing on Black Eyes.
On the album.
I didn't even say that. That's the first time I ever got my mom on a recording with me.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we had been talking about it, and it never really happened. And then finally Coco suggested it. I was like, you know what? All right, so I got her in the studio, and we worked through it. Coco wrote it. Yep. So
you got your mother on an album with you?
Yeah, my mom is singing the hook on Black Ice. And my mom had, yeah, my mom used to sing in Atlantic City for for real paper. It was some paper I ain't never seen in this music industry.
Man.
You know, so I had to pull her out of retirement for the album real quick. But that was fun.
Wow,
she's an inspiration.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she's an inspiration. My family, and then just the goals that we've set, the experiences that I've had, and all those things.
I can't even get my mama to listen to a radio program that I do.
Oh man, look. No, my mom. I grew up very much hip hop. My mom was a hip hop head when I was a kid, so I grew up listening to Ice Cube, and music has been that's been part of our life. So she definitely helped with that love for hip hop thing. But getting on the album was that's something I'll never forget.
My mom said you cuss too much, boy.
Look, she used to say, I remember when I was in basic training, I got to call her, and she was like, I found your little album. She was like, I like it. I don't like that Smack-a-Hoe song too much, but I do like the other one. I was so embarrassed.
That's funny. That's funny. That's Smack-a-Hoe. Oh, man.
He was like, I like it, though.
That's love right there. That's love. Oh, man.
I love that.
Yeah, man, you should have brought your mama on here tonight.
That's funny.
Keri, who would you give a shout out to? Who most inspirational, or who you represent?
You mean musically or just in life?
No, but like who would you give a shout out to right now? Like who is your
inspiration? My inspiration. I mean, of course, my kids, my husband, my family, but my grandmother is my girl. Like, that's my girl right there. So I would definitely shout her out as probably one of my biggest inspirations in life. She just turned 87.
Oh wow!
In February last month. So. She's still ticking, but that's my girl. So, but yes, my two sons. I mean, both of them. My son Vegas changed my life. He's a paradigm shifter. But they both inspire me daily, most definitely.
And you have a song about them on your album as well, right?
I do. It's funny because somebody said something to me last night about that. After I said what the song was about them. They're like, that changed everything for me for that song. But it's called Down Bad. And everybody that hears it, it sounds like it's about a relationship, a romantic relationship. But it really is about my sons, specifically the kind of the feeling I had when I had my first son. Yep.
Awesome.
Yes, they change, life changers. That's what they do.
We're gonna Sean, you see Black Ice?
Hold on, let me come out of it and come back because I thought you was gonna play Blessed. Hold on, let me go back here.
I'm blow that last.
Real quick. Yeah, right here. Yep.
All right, let's listen to Miss Mel. I didn't even realize. Let's listen to Miss Mel.
Yes, yes.
Right.
Yeah. How you make? Yeah. Collin Gibson. Look. Yeah. First thing first, nigga, miss me with the sucker shit. Hold this pocket watching, motherfucker, you the government. Fucking shit, got the bubble guts. Yeah, I'm running shit. Coming up the way I run it up, you think my numbers hit. Fuck a hit. Record had to get it out the thickest mud. Lost a couple healthy deals, nigga, I was sick as fuck. Almost had to deal with Diddy, guess that's just a nigga luck. Watch out for the baby oil, niggas out here slick as fuck. Damn shame, first I couldn't see the blessing through the pain. Just because I dodged a bullet, don't think you could do the same. Cuban link, diamonds on my chain, I'm a shining star. Hit 'em up from a mile away with the black and fall. Shocking off, Collin rockin' raw, yeah, I'm cooking up. Greedy nigga, if I ain't got it all, I ain't took enough. Looking back, shit was looking bad, now it's looking up. Heard I'm about to drop a record, got these niggas shook it up. swinging from the mirror, bitch, I'm fresh as hell. Close calls, had a couple, but I never touched the cell. Lucky as hell, nothing but the blood, what my granny say. Big knots, anime, chip shop, Callaway, flip flop, candy painted colors with the banging trunk. Getting bands, trying to flip a Zan till I make a yawn. I ain't never had to fake the form, I be staying true. Looked up to the thugs, but they told a nigga stay in school. Making moves, I'ma break the bank or I'ma break the rules. Homie said, nigga giving up the only way to lose. Swinging through, check under the seat, plus a second piece. Stay away from negativity, I protect my peace. Fuck a lease, bought a piece of land, Series 3 sedan. Told my baby gone, push the button now, I'm Ricky Tan. Hit the gas, killing out, reefer got me chilling out. Rest in peace to my nigga sleep, chilling in the clouds.
Oh wow! I had originally I just thought that was Coco. Like I didn't pay attention when I was listening. Go ahead, Miss Mel.
Well,
Miss Mel. Yes.
She's doing all of the she wrote it. Coco wrote it. She did all of the arrangement, and that's her in the background and on some of the ad libs too. So I got the two women in my life on one song.
Yeah, okay, so, all right, I wasn't wrong. I thought I heard Coco on there, but tell Miss Bell, it's kudos for that.
Man, look, man, that's a new gangster scene right there. That's a new gangster. Man, you remember that movie, the TV series Snowflake?
Oh, yeah.
That song right there played right good, right well into that TV series. Man, your mama could make a lot of money on some features, brother.
Right.
Yeah, that was dope.
Right.
Yeah. She can make a killing.
Yep.
You know what? And what's really great about it is that, I haven't, been able to do it yet. I'm trying of my best to transition my relationship with, my daughter as an adult and not be tripping about, like, y'all are grown. You have a family with kids, and so the relationship that you have with your mother, transitioned from, parent per se into like this. You guys, this is working together for a cause that's going to benefit everybody instead of being caught up on all kind of, other things. So kudos for that, because that's an accomplishment as well.
Well, I'm also old too, so it's been a while. I think by the time we got to this place, it's like, well, look, you gonna be who you gonna be. So you are who you are. I did, so now let's
accept that. They don't have to. You could be 55, 65, and people, still have a rigid way of how. So that's a blessing. That is a real blessing right there.
It is.
Wow.
Man, your mom sounds good, man.
No, she tell Miss Mel, kudos.
She be singing.
She sound better than some of them R&B singers, boy.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Is she interested in doing anything, or was that just sort of?
I think that she has an interest in it, but she also knows a lot of what goes into it, like the amount of work and effort and time and like practices and money and exhaustion that goes into just being able to perform on that level. And I think that because like she got to such a level that it may be hard to not get back to that, or not, like she would be working as hard to get back to that level and achieve higher than that. And I don't know if she really want to do all that. So I mean, I remember late night practices. I'm falling asleep in the pews while they practicing for musicals and all that, and late nights where they doing all they dance steps and all that, and I'm learning all of them, soaking it all in. But it's a lot of work that they put in addition to just taking care of me and making sure the everything else was good. So I think that's the only thing holding her back, though. If it was just she could get back out there with no, like, rock the house and then not have to worry about all the other stuff, she'd probably be doing that all the time.
So did your mom did she want you to sing R&B, or she gave you your choice of what you wanted to do?
No, it was I just started rapping. Okay. And like I said, we built a studio when we were about 15, so I would be going over there, we would be rapping. I was decently good at it. I used to freestyle all the time. But then I was in musicals at the same time. So I liked both sides of it. I love R&B music. I love writing it. I love to sing at the top of my lungs very mediocrely. If that's a word.
Stop that.
But yeah, no, she never really had any particular thing that she wanted me to do, and she wasn't like, you would be better off if you just did this. It was just like, look, you enjoy making music. That was the universal mom.
That's funny.
You would be better off.
Man.
Wow, amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. So my well, before I ask my last question, and I definitely want everybody to stick around to listen to the last song that we're going to play. Let everybody know where we could find you guys in our listening audience. Let them know where you can be, where they can find you on social media.
For me, it's going to be Keri Elle Music. So it's KeriElle Music, MUSIC. So IG, Facebook, TikTok, and then just put a .com on that, and that's going to be my website. We also, I'll let him talk about that. The IMA.
Yeah, and then mine is similar. It's Collin Gibson Music everywhere. COLLIN Gibson Music.
He says 2 L's, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Tell him.
Yeah,
tell
2
him
L's.
2 L's.
2 L's. But that's everywhere. Website the same. And then we have our indie label sites, which is IMA. So the label is IMA Entertainment. The website is going to be imaforever.com. And then our Instagram and I think like all the other socials are IMA is forever. So
you all have how many artists that you have on that album, on that label?
So it's obviously both of us, and then we're also working with Prince William.
Yes,
Prince William has been rocking with us for years and years. He started off predominantly producing, but he can rap.
Boy, if you like that style, boy, I tell you, that thing right there is flames.
Yeah, so he dropped his album the week after ours, so I think it should have been last Friday he just dropped his album. And when I tell you that, if you really think that Kendrick is bringing the West Coast back, when you listen to his album, you're going to be like, yeah, no, the West is definitely back.
Lead from the Front.
Yeah, it's called Lead from the Front. It's on all streaming platforms.
If you like Kendrick, if you like Nip, it's definitely giving all the feels, the West Coast feels.
Yeah.
The production, the engineering is immaculate. The lyrics.
He does all of his
own engineering, yeah.
Yeah, he's talking for real. Like it's more, it's grown up music. It's not, it's substantial. It's something to listen to and something to hear in just about every song. So I think it's fire.
We Straight is my it's every one of y'all have a theme song for me on y'all albums, and on his We Straight is mine.
We Straight is a bop.
Yeah,
it's
that one, and then the one that he's got on there with at the beginning, he like, you know how many times my heart been stepped on? Every time he say heart, like with the West Coast, I got to send it to him with the emoji HORT. You know how many times my heart been stepped on? It's like,
yeah.
I be yelling that at the top of my lungs.
This album is no skips. It is a classic
album.
It is. It's no skips.
It is.
No skips. Shout out to Prince William. He said he was busting down some people tonight on some bowling. But he sends all the love. He had a tournament or something he was playing in.
I know he had it in him like that. Like, I knew he was a dope person, but he came with all the flames on that album.
The first time I heard him rap, I was half asleep. Because back in the day when me and Coco first met, I used to have an apartment where we had a studio set up, but everybody would just come to our house to record, drink, party, do whatever. And anybody who knows me know I can be hosting the party and I will leave and fall asleep. If I'm sleepy, I'm out of there. So I had already went to bed, and it's still like 4 or 5 people at my house. They done fired up my Pro Tools, and I hear somebody rapping out in the living room. I'm like, who? I'm thinking to myself, who is that? But not knowing and recognizing the voice was not enough for me to get up and check on my apartment. I just assumed the best, went right back to sleep. I got up and listened to what I went back and clicked what they recorded. I was like, yo, who is this dude? Like, oh yeah, he came by last night. He was trying to meet you, but you was already asleep. Man, look, that dude can rap. He got some bars.
He's dope.
He's certified. Yeah. So my last question for you guys: what is the best piece of relationship advice you've ever received, and how has it helped y'all in both your personal and professional lives in this Love and Hip Hop edition?
We both sighed at the same time. I don't know where I heard it from or when I heard it. I don't know, but I just know that at some point it clicked, which is that our relationship isn't anybody else's relationship. So the way that it may be perceived to somebody else doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is, okay, look, this is for us to deal with however we deal with it. And it may not look like what anybody else's looks like, or it may not, we may not resolve things the same way other people resolve theirs, or it may not be what either of us expected necessarily coming into it, but it's ours, and we just got to work on, continuing to get better and better. I think I've learned patience too. I've never been a patient person, and I've had to learn how to be patient and listen more than try to be heard.
That's dope.
Wow. Well, Coco look like she could throw them hands, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Yeah.
That's funny. I'm the nice one. What are you talking about? I'm the nice one.
I know. I just had to throw that in there and see what he say.
That's funny. Look, I ain't gonna confirm or deny it because I don't want her beating on me when it's fun.
Oh my God. Plead the fifth.
We were all good till that damn DJ Sean came on.
Right, so riled up and stuff. I got you all riled up, guys.
Did you want to add anything, or was that it right there for you, Keri? Did you?
For me, I think the best. Let's see. Some of the best relationship advice I got was, I would say, like, you get to like a low place and everything is getting on your nerves. The person said, it's just that you don't like that nigga no more, basically. Like, you need to get back to the like. If you get to a point where everything, like random small things, are just, everything is grating, everything is hard, everything is difficult.
You're making it sound real bad.
No, it happens in every relationship now.
You said I get on your nerves.
Look, I get on your nerves, but this is what he does. This is what he does, right? But seriously,
y'all got 5 more minutes.
You got to get back to the like. You got to get back to the like. Why did you like this person? Not just love. Why did you like them?
Yeah.
And that right there was like, I'm like, yo, that's real, because life gets hard and life, and sometimes you lose the like because everything else starts to get in the way, right? So get back to the simple place where you really started to like the person.
That makes a good show where it has the light gone in a relationship.
It has the light gone. I like that. Yeah. Not where's the love, where's the light?
Yeah, because everybody jumps into the love and you forget all about the light.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's real.
That's a show right there.
Well, I want to thank you too for coming on, Keri Elle and Collin Gibson, and sharing with us some of your, relationship stuff and your music stuff, sharing your music. I definitely encourage you, if you are part of our listening audience, make sure you go out and listen, even YouTube it. But it is definitely worth having in your playlist for sure. You got their handles. This won't be the last time that I have you guys on, because hey, you guys will be on the Where's the Like segment of our show. Antonio, you got any final things you want to say?
Nah, I told both of you the projects are definitely super dope, man. Y'all keep pushing, keep doing your thing.
You too, man. You too. That Rebirth season 2.
I appreciate it. And we got more work to do, so y'all let me know. And I'm gonna be pulling y'all for some future projects too, man. Calling on y'all. So let's get it.
So,
yeah.
Thank you, DJ Sean, for coming on and hosting with us. And don't hang up, y'all. Don't hang up. Don't get off. You gotta listen to this last song, Blessed. Can you all tell us before we roll out, what is Blessed about?
Blessed is it's about my journey in life and just the lessons that I've learned, starting from young to now, how I got over. And Collin comes on and talks about how he got over, but it's how you make it through. And having the things that you did not have, having it to give to the next generation.
And that I love that line. I love that part in the song. Giving what I didn't have. It's such a great song. Thank you all for listening to the B Lifestyle Radio Show. I've been your host, Letitia Dorsey Magaha. We'll be back next Wednesday, same time, same place. DJ Sean, hit it. Bless.
L is for legacy.
Wanna know how I got over? I've been grinding longer. Weight of the world on my shoulders. See, my mama was working. I'm blessed to be here by His grace. Give what I didn't have.
mix, pounding the streets, trying to get found in this bitch. Studio sessions all night, I was washing the sink. Some people try not to think about it. Me, I remember the struggle. I've been on my hustle, been grinding to get up out it. Ripping, rebuilding my muscles. I'm brown like I promised that God don't play by me. Look at my ride, no lie. Nigga, look at my wife, oh my. Nigga, look at my life, no lie. No wings, still fly, so fly. You can tell I'm blessed, no lie. No seas, no stress, so high. I release that mess, I don't need that. They wanna know how I get right past all the recap, relax. Niggas be acting loud, black and proud, trying to grab the crown, but it be cap. You can keep that. Any negative energy, I don't feed that. Any weapon or enemy, I can beat that. An incredible legacy, I'ma lead that. You can believe that.
Wanna know how I